The big puddle's back. Hey Doug. Hey. Today's the day. Defender. Back in action, maybe. There's a slight chance I'll get there. New transfer box, old transfer box. I'm just stripping all the bits off the old one onto the new one. And also just making sure this works all good. They are fractionally different. This is my current one, that's goosed and fried. It has a sensor here with a plunger, and that plunger right there, which the new box does not have, tells me when I am in low box rather than neutral or high box. On the cluster, a symbol will come up telling you high box is engaged. The new one doesn't have that. Shouldn't matter, just a symbol won't come up on the dashboard, which I'm not worried about. I was a bit worried on this transfer box that this plunger, which is the selector for low, neutral and high box, wasn't moving enough, but I've managed to get it to move over now. So it was only coming to center or down here, which is on low box, whereas up the top here, I couldn't get it to go, but it's gone now, so that's high box. Brake drum mount is off, that needs to be mounted now onto the new box. This, which I think it's just like a counterbalance or something to stop vibrations. It basically just mounts on like that. Doesn't go anywhere else, just mounts on, just sits there. 10 minutes and I should have all the bits from this box onto the new box ready to lift up into place. This needs resealed. I've been hunting for a gasket maker. I've got a tube of it somewhere in here. I cannot find it. I've given up. Off we go. Heading off to buy some. Saturday after 12 o'clock, everywhere is shut. Tool station doesn't have any. Where did I leave that other stuff? It's in the workshop somewhere. It's a no. I've got some silicon. Just use that. I've tried all the agri places as well. Sellers, Scott Agri. But because it's been absolutely howling it down, they're not needing any mechanics in, people on call, because no one's in a field working right now. Damn it! Would you look at that? I found it. Get all the old gasket off. I've run out of brake cleaner, so that'll have to do. Some degreaser. Oh no, it's just all of a sudden started coming out real quick. It's not perfect. I had to cut the hole a bit bigger so it was coming out pretty quick. It's going on. Famous last words, it'll be fine. What stiff. Need to do this gasket as well because I've had that off. Okay, this is the transfer box. Engine shaft is on this side and it transfers its power through these gears to the output shafts. One prop there to the rear of the vehicle and one prop here to the front of the vehicle. You look at that, that's currently in neutral. So right now there would be no output because the output shaft can rotate and it's not connected to the gears. Now if I shift the mechanism in one direction, that's over there, that all binds up. So that is in high box. So a low RPM over here on the engine side creates a high revolutions per minute on your drive side. So that's high box. And then when I shift this collar over, like I'm about to do, that's to neutral. So I'll put it into a low box now. So if I want a lot of torque, quite lining up, there you go. A high RPM over here creates a relatively low RPM on the output. Well, maybe I'm the wrong way around. Yeah, I'm the wrong way around. Everything I said in reverse. This way is high box, that way is low box. Anyway, it works. I need to reseal this gasket, plug it all back together, happy days. Right, we're good to go. Have I taken the old gasket off? No. Safety first, safety second. This is going to come back to bite me, isn't it? Oh, is there a way around this goes? I'm never that sure with gasket maker. You meant to tighten it up quite loosely, let it all dry, and then crank it down properly? I don't know, I'm going to do a Google. I've already cranked down the other gasket I did, so that one's stuffed probably. The one at the top, it's not so bad because it's not lying, it's at the top, so it's an air pocket. It's just getting oil splashed up on it. Whereas this one, there's oil lying on it all the time and gravity's pulling it down. After a wee bit of Googling, I think with this stuff you just crack on and torque it down. Yep, spec. The spec sheet said 4 Ugga Duggas. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not far off ready to fit. Right, I want to get this sensor on. I think this is a speed sensor. Yep, after a bit of Googling, it's a speedo sensor. So this tells me how fast I'm going. Maybe I can manipulate it to say I'm only going, that won't matter, I can't go that fast in that thing. This just pops right in here. New discovery, this comes out. Woohoo! So I can actually go and just put the old one in. See if the other one comes out as easy. These are the gears that mesh inside the transfer box. They sit in these collars. One lathered in oil, that came out the good transfer box. The dry one is out my transfer box. But that wee square slot on the end is a different size for both of them. So the sensor fits in this one, but not that one. So I'm just going to put that gear in. Tiny bit over 22, that one. 22, pretty much the same. Turns out I didn't quite notice, but the teeth are different on these two cogs. So we've only got one option, which is use the cog that fits and file down the sensor. And if that fails, order a new sensor. I'm doing the only thing that seems sensible is a good old-fashioned bit of botch jobbery. It's just too big. Update, I got a wee bit aggressive with the file, and it now fits. You beauty. So that goes plonk in there. How does this go? Like that. Yeah. Are these gears going to mesh again? Yeah, seems alright. Sensor goes on. They obviously changed their design at some point, but I've changed it back for them. There's obviously slight variations in these two transfer boxes and they're not the same. You can see that straight away because these kind of vein shaped things here, 1, 2, 3. None of them on this transfer box. This cog is slightly different, the sensor hole is slightly different. I've searched up the serial numbers. That's not a 1.4 ratio. It's off a Discovery. Damn it. Basically means it'll be nicer to drive on the road, but not enough or not as much grunt and oomph round about the farm and the fields. And won't be as good at towing. I'm gonna fit it anyway. It's ready to lift back in. She looks a beaut in the sunshine. Here's a wee shed update from above with the drone. Hey Doug. She's dying to get on the quad bike. By the way, there is a talk on this Thursday, the 2nd of November, about carbon sustainability and whatnot. I am on the panel of speakers, so to speak. I've never done this before. It'd be interesting. Down in the description there'll be a link to book a place if you want to. I am coming at it as the farmer, a bit skeptical and have a lot of questions about it all. Also what we're doing to help our situation, but trying to figure out a few things of how we can help it even more.
Darling, you got to let me know.